Right, ebusuan for mu bibia kwa ba famra 2K ni sem blosson e wo YouTube so say ebusuan ba ensem ahodo a ekoso e Ghana say na de beso ahefo nyina me pese de tin nyina say info bi adrop ya ni nyina afa levy ahodo a ekoso e wo man Ghana mu ha say no mensa aka update bi an ba beso mo message sans na be consem so ubu eni ani die kwa so say wonya subscribe fama YouTube channel ya na don say subscribe button so we are now the bell notification icon so to say be next time bi an me drop video e wo channel so an say be ka video ni bi NTN ebusuan de tin nyina say ye nyina ditwia ebre bi atwam no NPP4 ekofa levy bi ba ya na fense levy san so na betting tax ne nyina ne chese Ghana for ebo enyo so kura no mo kasa bibre na ne ya hwese de ne titi says kan so a we de compare eye me no kase no NDC for so levy o mo dia ba parliament minority na atuni din say dumso levy na utimi say dumso levy no sika aban ba be Jeffrey Ghana for ho no ano de ne pay na empen for anka so mo parliament no mo mo ko mo twetwe bu ha se am ba be so mo our channel is Yanko Nianko video be Famra. Meeting at a quam gentle.
So that we can monitor performance throughout the period. Right, Honorable Speaker, when we're leaving office, the losses were around 22%. On assumption of office, it had hit almost 40%. I'm happy to announce that the losses are reducing. We also want to ensure that we stick to the cash water flow mechanism. And so far, we've been doing so. We are going to renegotiate with the IPPs again because we believe that they've made a lot from the state. And this is the time for the IPPs to also show some commitment so we can sustain this sector.
Well, the health sector is on the brink of further disruption as the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association warns they will withdraw inpatient services if government fails to meet their demands for improved conditions of service. Scores of patients were left stranded today as nurses and midwives intensified their nationwide strike, withdrawing both outpatient department and emergency services at public health facilities across the country.
Now, the nurses and midwives say the decision follows failed negotiations with government over unresolved conditions of service and welfare concerns. We'll hear from them on the next move shortly. But first, my colleague ŽTЭнэ has been interacting with some of the frustrated patients at the ŽT혜 Teaching Hospital today and filed this report.
The roadmap of the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association seeking the implementation of their conditions of service enters day 3. And specifically on their timeline, today is a strike action day. They are halting some services, including OPD and essential services, which also includes emergency services. Currently at the Pampaso Children's Hospital, patients are stranded. They are being turned away. Inpatients who have been admitted already are also being prematurely discharged.
We have
no idea what is going on, but we have been turned away. Pregnant women should not be treated this way. I am yet to receive new medication for my pressure level, but I'm told to go home. For what? I am here for a scan, but I haven't seen a nurse around. I'm even here to see a doctor. I caught up with the Assistant Regional Secretary, Ebenezer Akwa, who says the association is very resolute on fighting for what is due them.
Honestly, we are not happy. We are not happy at all, because this condition of service has been signed already. There were issues that we've resolved. We've written to government. Government, we've resolved all these issues. So implement it for us. But why is government delaying the implementation? For now, we are waiting for news from government. If government tells us that, then we will not scale it up. But if still government delays in responding to our conditions of service, then we will scale it up and then we'll draw inpatient next week.
At the ŽT혜 Teaching Hospital, the situation seems to be the same. Although patients are trooping in and out, they are being refused care. And the first deputy chairman of the Registered Nurses and Midwives Association, Ashanti region, that we spoke to, Philemon Edu Bimpong, says that the association is disappointed in how far the government has dragged this issue. Now, Philemon also says that until a favorable resolution is reached, the association on Monday will halt all services.
From Kumasi, let's gauge some reactions from Accra, and my colleague Frimpong was also at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital to assess the impact and has this report.
Here at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital in the Greater Accra region, we've been here to assess the impact of the strike, and what we've been told is that various OPD services have been withdrawn. When we go to the accident and the orthopedic OPD session, and also the central OPD, maternity OPD, surgical OPD, as well as the child health OPD, the nurses and the midwives there in these various OPDs all have withdrawn their services, and patients that were coming here to sort for services have been left stranded. So as you can see right behind me, a lot of patients here that I can count are roughly around 10 getting to 20s at the accident and the orthopedic OPD here have been left stranded, that they wanted to get access to they wanted to get access to services from various nurses and health professionals that they are not getting. Many of them that we've been speaking to, that they will not speak on camera, that we've been speaking to, have been telling us how frustrated they are. We've also been to the emergency ward where patients have also been left stranded over there. So that's the situation here at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital at various OPD sessions, where patients have been left stranded because of the situation, because of the nurses and the midwife strike.
Well, joining us via Zoom now is Deputy Ranking on Parliament's Health Committee, Patrick Boakye-Yiadom. I'm grateful to you, sir, for joining now. This requires immediate attention and urgent action to resolve it. What will your committee do, or what are you doing to ensure that this situation is resolved amicably?
Well, thank you very much. Let me extend my greetings to your cherished viewers, and to say that
so we are speaking to the Deputy Ranking on Parliament's Health Committee, Patrick Boakye-Yiadom, on the strike by the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association, who have declared a strike action. And today, I mean, you could see the impact across various regions. When we spoke to our correspondent just a while ago, you saw the impact at Konfanoche and also here in Accra. And we want to find out what the committee is doing to ensure that the situation has been resolved. We'll come back to this particular interaction in our bulletin. But time for us to take a break. We'll be back with more. Please do stay. Welcome back from the break. This is still Joining Prime.
Now, minority in Parliament are piling pressure on the Inspector General of Police to provide security for collation of results to resume and conclude for Abluma North constituency. Now, the constituency is currently not represented in the 9th Parliament, as the EC blames the police for failing to provide security to conclude the collation. The NPP MPs walked from Parliament to the police headquarters to register their displeasure about the inaction, and Parliamentary Affairs correspondent Kwekwa Sante has this report.
Hand in hand, the minority MPs, led by Alexander Fenyomakin, the minority leader, together with about 30 of his colleagues, took off right from Parliament, walking to the police headquarters to drum home a message. The message: the police should provide the needed security for the Electoral Commission to complete the collation of results in the outstanding Abluma North constituency parliamentary election. Listen to Frank Anodompre, the minority chief whip, read the petition and the demands of the caucus to the police hierarchy.
We therefore request that your office takes immediate steps without any more delay. Deploy adequate security personnel to the Electoral Commission at its designated collation center. ensure an enabling environment for the peaceful and lawful conclusion and collation and declaration process in Abluma North. Uphold the High Court directive and cooperate fully with the EC to bring closure to this matter once and for all. The Ghana Police Service must not be perceived as the institution standing in the way of democracy. Democracy delayed, democracy denied.
The Deputy Minority Whip Habib Idrisu is clear. The NPP are not backing down on this call.
The police should do the needful as a state institution and provide security to the Electoral Commission to declare the seat. We are very convinced that the candidate for the New Patriotic Party won the seat. That is why the NDC is still pulling.
There are those who say that they should rerun the process completely in Abluma North. You are against that?
But that was not the directive of the court. Which court is saying that they should rerun the election? The court directive is that they should recollate and declare. So if it is another court ruling that says they should rerun it, why would they want the NDC saying that they should rerun it? If they think that they have won the election, then they should recollate. The good people of Abluma need representative in parliament. 276 constituencies, 275 have been declared, except Abluma North for 6 months now. Why?
Thank you. Nana Kwesi herself, who represents the New Patriotic Party in that election, joined the caucus in this march to the police headquarters. She is clear the party will not countenance any call to rerun the election in the constituency.
If you won, would you say they should rerun? If you were the one who won, will you say they should rerun? You know the King Solomon issue. We won the election hands down. And so there isn't going to be any rerun. We have the pin sheet. We have every evidence. We've collated with their agent throughout 6 times. And this is where we are. So if you were the one who won, will you suggest there should be a rerun? That's my question.
The ball is now in the court of the Ghana Police Service, which now have to make a decision together with the Electoral Commission for this process